Yeah, it's amazing just how many people you can bring in through that kind of thing. And I think the other big kind of message that you're pushing is also for 50% of the people already kind of involved in the classical music world with your hashtag #PlayLikeAGirl. And I was reading somewhere where you were talking about something that kind of inspired it, which is where you were told to play more like a man with authority and power. And I wanted to ask you where exactly you're taking the hashtag, in the sense of, do you think we should be asserting a feminine character in music and trying to bring that through? Or do you think that sort of associations of femininity and masculinity should more just be dropped in music?
I think it's more about getting rid of this idea that one's good, one's bad, right? And Play Like a Girl is drawing on the sports hashtag as well. I think it started in sports, actually. It's this thing. I've worked with kids for so many years, and the number of times you hear someone saying, "Oh, you're throwing like a girl, you're screaming like a girl," and it's just like, it's an ingrained thing from a young age, for whatever reason, that doing it like a girl is worse. And I just hate that concept. And particularly in a male-dominated industry like the organ world and the choral world, I hate the fact that young women thinking about joining that world are hearing, for whatever reason, or were hearing for whatever reason, well, you can't possibly be as good because you're female. And it's just trying to basically say to those young women, be proud of who you are, be proud of your identity. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different personality. Everyone has a different character. And that's what you want to come out in your playing. But above, more than that, it's also just like saying, it's not saying you have to play in a masculine way or a feminine way. It's just play like you instead. And it's a complicated one, because I think there can be this thing of like, aren't you just deepening gender divides by saying that? And obviously it started as a really tongue-in-cheek thing that I never thought was going to turn into this massive like hashtag that is taken off. But I totally stand by the sort of intention behind it, of just trying to say to people, be proud of who you are.
Yeah, as a guy, obviously I don't have the same experience, but I remember when I was about 10 or 11, I went to guitar lessons, and my guitar teacher told me, "Oh, you play like a girl." And my mom flipped. She just emailed, she called and she said, "You're never going to the lessons with this guy again." And that was it. But
it's just,
that's why I never learned guitar.
And also it's just anyone, like a guy can play in a feminine way, a girl can play in a masculine way. It's the beauty of music is you're constantly kind of changing personalities and weaving in different aspects of your own personality to match the music that you're playing at that point in time. And I think, this like very reductive idea that masculine playing is playing with power and authority, and that is best. I took massive issue with that.
Yeah, would you say that there is such a thing as, for example, I know your hashtag is play like a girl, but how do you even describe playing like a girl?
This is the thing. I don't think, like, the incredible female organists throughout history, if you look at Marie-Claire Alain or Gillian Weir or Jennifer Bate, I wouldn't say that their playing would be defined by femininity, whatever that means in musical terms. I would say they play bloody well. And sometimes that is light and elegant. Sometimes that is harsh when it needs to be. Sometimes it's like, it feels like you're being punched in the chest. And we all have the ability to traverse all of those different kind of emotional states and physical states. And that's the joy of being a musician. You can kind of put on these different masks when you need to. But yeah, just reducing it to a question of gender, I think it's not relevant.